Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday morning? It is 10:35 a.m. on May 11th, 2022, and it is time to put together the Michael Sweet of Stryper Stratocaster guitar. And I got all my parts and everything I'll need. My dogs are chilling. Everybody's happy. Everybody's fed. All right. It is time. This has been on the hanger. I want to show you. It's had quite a few days to cure with 2K clear coat, as you can recall, and it is looking amazing. Yeah. See if I can get some reflections going in here. Yeah, 2K paint is just amazing. That Spray Max 2K Glamour clear coat is just awesome. And it did make all. I theoretically could put another can on here, but I think it'll be fine. Because there's not hardly any orange peel at all. The paint tends to settle, as you can see. I mean, there might be a little, you might be able to feel between the white and the black, but not enough to really make it a big deal. So, it's not like this guitar is going in a museum or anything, so it's, you know, if I was going to make it perfect, I would do another can worth. But, alright, so the first step will be to, I guess, to assemble, put the bridge and the claw in and everything like that. And then we're going to put in the input jack, and then we're going to load up the pick guard. And it's a pretty straightforward Strat build. So let me get the bridge going, and we'll see you in a second. Alright, got the bridge and the screws. Time to put it in the body, and we'll see you in a minute. Alright, got the bridge installed, and it's looking killer. I mean, I just installed the top. I still got to put the springs in the back, but I just wanted to show you how cool that looks with the hardware on there. Oh man, this guitar turned out amazing. The paint just looks so awesome. Alright, we'll see you next step. I'm going to flip it around and put the screws, put the springs and the claw, and we'll be good to go. See you in a minute. Alright, got the claw installed. Now I'm going to install the springs, and we'll get it all situated. I'll be right back. Alright, got installed the springs and the claw, and we're good to go. So I'm going to flip it over, and look at the bridge. Looks pretty awesome. Alright, so next step is to get all the wires fed through. So I'm going to put in the 9-volt battery compartment, and I'm going to put in the input jack. So let's do the input jack first, and let's get that wired up and pushed through, and we'll be right back. Alright, another quick update. I've got my input installed into my input plate, and I've got it wired up. I've got the hot, the red, the black for the return for the battery, and I'm using yellow for the neutral. Yellow, how appropriate, right? Because I'm out of white anyway. Alright, let me install this, and we'll be right back. Alright, got the input jack installed, the wires pulled through. Okay, next step is to install the 9-volt battery compartment through the back, and then get them wires installed through, and we'll see in a second. Alright, pretty smooth sailing. All that prep work did its job, and that's always a good thing when everything goes in perfectly. Boom. Okay, so let me flip it over, and I guess we'll start wiring this up. We'll start wiring up the pick guard, and then we'll get to that. Alright, see you next step. Alright, another quick update. I've got the pick guard out, and I've installed the active EMG 81 pickup with the install. I painted the cover of it, so it looks pretty cool. And alright, so the next step will be to get all the wiring get together, and then I'll probably do this off camera because it's going to kind of be intense, and I don't want to scratch any paint. But I'm going to wire it all together, and then temporarily paste the pick guard on the guitar once everything's wired. But I will do a sound check, and we'll see that in a second. Alright, got the pedometer installed, and it's looking good. Alright, so let me wire this up. Pretty simple wiring, so I've shown this on many other videos, but let me wire it up, and we'll be right back. Alright, got everything wired. Let me turn the pick guard around and put a screw or two in there, and then we'll set this on the rack, and we'll get the neck going. Alright, we'll see you in a sec. Alright, quick update. I've got everything just temporarily installed. I got one screw in the pick guard, and there's plastic film yet to be peeled off, but we're gonna go for a full test. So here we go. We've got, yeah, we got some signal, and we're gonna plug it in. Everything has been wired. Hopefully everything is wired correct. I got the volume all the way down. Tapping, nothing. Got the volume all the way up. Yeah! I think we have a successful wiring. So it's not that strong, huh? Maybe it's the tapper that I'm using. This was a painted pick guard. Alright, let me figure out what's going on. I'll be right back. Alright, turns out I didn't have the input plugged all the way in because I was trying to watch out, but there we go. And turn the volume down. Nothing. Volume back up. I think this might be a little dust in that input. Yeah, looking good. Alright, let me set this aside and start working on the neck, and we'll be right back. Alright, got the neck out, and it's looking sweet. What we gotta do is we gotta install the tuning keys, we gotta drill the holes for the screws in the back, and we gotta install the new nut. And then the string trees, and then the strings, and well, we'll load it to the body first. And I've got a little surprise. We're gonna try some neon yellow strings on this guitar to complete the look. Alright, so let me start working on the tuners, and we'll be right back. Alright, got my tuning keys installed, looking pretty sweet. Now I gotta drill for the openings, the holes. I've got my drill bit queued up with the proper drill bit, and I got it marked on the depth. And we're gonna get the screws installed, and we'll be right back. Then we'll work on the nut. Alright, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, installed the string trees, looking pretty good. Or the tuners. And while I was at it, I decided to install the string trees, and they're looking pretty good. Alright, let me install the new nut. I'm going to have to shape it, and we'll see in a second. Alright, got the new nut, a bone nut installed. Well, I haven't got it installed yet, but I've got it shaped. I shaped it really good, but it's a bone nut, and it looks awesome. And I think I shaped it pretty good. I think it's really right on the money there. Okay, so I'll get a couple, and I checked the height too. So I'll get a couple drops of super glue on there, and we'll be right back. Alright, we have reached that time. It's time to join the body to the neck for the very first time. Like I've said in so many videos before, this is the most exciting part, and it's the most stressful. I don't anticipate anything bad happening, because the neck pocket is fairly open, so I did have to paint the back of the neck on this one, but yeah, I think it should go relatively easy. But we'll get them connected, and I'll do a string test, and I'll be right back. Alright, another quick update. Whew, I've got the body attached to the neck, and it's looking awesome. Yeah, next step is going to be to put the pick guard, adjust it, and make it perfectly, symmetrical where it needs to be. But yeah, that looks awesome. That looks amazing. The paint turned out just way better than I had expected or had hoped. Wow, that is looking awesome. That is just incredible. I mean, wow. It's just, that is just outstanding. I love it. That is just so killer. Alright, let me go through and get the pick guard where it needs to be. Installed the nut. The nut looks pretty good. That is just, it's just killer. Alright, let me get the pick guard where it needs to be, and then I'll do a string test to make sure all my measurements are good. Which, this was a different body from a different guitar, and a different neck from a different guitar, so kind of a parts caster of sorts. Alright, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, another quick update. I installed everything. Got the pick guard installed where it needs to be. I took off the plastic film that's on it. I installed the volume knob. I got the whammy bar. Oh my gosh, that is, look at that. That's amazing. I'm really pleased with the way it looks. I mean, this sounds like a broken record, but man, this turned out way, way better than I anticipated it ever could. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, before I put the strings on there, I'm going to install the strap buttons. And I've got Shaler strap locks. I love Shaler strap locks. It's similar to that one right there. And I did order a black set for this guitar. So I'm gonna install them real quick, and that should be easy, bada boom, bada bing thing. And then we're gonna put some strings on there. I did my string test, and it looks like it's right in the ballpark. So it's perfect. I mean, the strings, you know, I'm probably gonna have to cut down into the saddle a little bit, like always. You know, brand new saddle, I have to cut for string depth. But man, that is looking awesome. I mean, the yellow and black really, I've never seen a Strat done like this before. I mean, I've seen Strat bodies, but not like, you know, because Frank Oz, he does have Strat style bodies, but he never has the pickguard in the Strat style. It's always like a Strat type body, but it's more of a body like an Ibanez or ESP. It's not like an actual Fender Strat body. So this turned out really cool with the Fender headstock and everything like that. The vintage Fender headstock. Okay, so let me install the Strat buttons, and I'll be right back. All right, successful Strat button installation. Looking killer. Alright, it's that time. It's time to put some strings on this bad boy and see how it sounds and plays. Alright, we'll see in a little while. Alright, just another quick update. I did initially want to put the yellow strings on here, and I did put all the yellow. I put actually the whole set on there. And the yellow color was just so different from the body color that it really kind of threw it off, in my opinion. It would have been cool. But yeah, I'm just going to go with standard string. So let me put some standard strings on there. And I did have to shim the neck because the neck was pulling. There's a little bit too much gap on the action. So I shimmed the back of the neck, and that should make the perfectly. So alright, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, another quick update. I got the strings on it. Regular strings, not the colored strings like I initially wanted. But this is awesome. And I got it set up. I cut the nut. It is playing amazing, sounding good. Okay, next step, last step to do is to install the back plate. And let me do that real quick because all the springs are where they need to be. Install the back plate and I'll be right back. Alright, a quick update. Got the back plate installed and it is complete. I'm going to let it sit for a little while, and then I'm going to tweak it again as far as intonation and everything. Let the neck and everything settle to where they're going to settle. And I've got plenty of room on the screws, plenty of room on the bridge for intonation, everything like that. But yeah, it turned out really good. This guitar, I really like it. I really like that color. That color is really awesome. Might do another color scheme like this. Maybe not yellow per se, but something else in black like that. But yeah. Alright, so look for a full photo shoot and a full sound demo and everything like that, and we'll see you in a little bit. Let me let this settle, and I'll be right back. Alright, see you in a bit. Hey everybody, how's everyone doing this fine evening? It is May 13th, 2022, and this is the voiceover for the Michael Sweet of Stryper Stratocaster guitar build. Oh man, this paint job on this guitar just turned out amazing in my opinion. Yeah, this guitar was actually a parts guitar. The body came from a different guitar, a guitar that I bought on Facebook. Or no, actually the body came from a guitar that I bought in a pawn shop. And initially it was black, and then I added the yellow, and then added all the, I seen this guitar, the scheme of guitar, this paint on Michael Sweet from Stryper's V guitar, but in Oz, I've seen his guitars like that, but I've never seen it done to a Stratocaster body with a Strat picker and everything like that. So I decided to do it, and I did all the paint work, the yellow parts, and all the block inlays on the fretboards that I'll show you in a second. But yeah, this guitar was just so much fun to make, and these audio bits that I put on these guitars, it's just me rambling. None of it's scripted, so if I become redundant or repeat myself, please pardon me. But yeah, the headstock logo turned out really cool. If you watch this build from start to finish, I mean, it's just amazing process, and I learn every single time that
I make a new guitar and a new project that I work on. Yeah, the fretboard, the inlays there, that is so awesome. Yeah, that turned out really good. I was surprised. And same thing with the stripes on the headstock and the back of the headstock, as you'll see there. Um, it just was just amazing. I mean, this color scheme with the black and yellow, like Stryper, the black and yellow attack, it's just so cool on a guitar. And I just, like I said, I'm amazed on how well it turned out. It was fun. It presented a lot of challenges. There's one thing about this body though that I didn't really notice until I got the yellow paint on there. A lot of these older bodies, they tend to have stress cracks, and it's just superficial crack. It doesn't affect the playability of the guitar at all. Right in the neck pocket joint. I wish I would have seen that prior to painting the yellow, because I could have corrected that. I could have filled it in. See, if you look real close there in the neck joint right there, maybe I'll see it right here if I get it close up. You'll see like a minor crack. Yeah, right there. See that crack? It's superficial, and it doesn't do anything to the stability of the guitar. The guitar is still strong and it still plays well. But I wish I would have seen that prior to painting the yellow, because then I could have, like I said, filled it in and made it perfect. I mean, it's just minor details. But yeah, look at the back here. I love the way, and I just kind of winged it. I didn't do it exactly like his guitar, but when I taped it off, I just kind of made it look the way I think it would look cool. And it did. It turned out really cool. I like that. See how it goes from one direction to the other direction. And if you watch this build from beginning, you'll see all the different, the different things that had to happen, and the 9-volt battery pack there, the input and everything that I put. This guitar sounds and it plays perfectly. I spent a lot of time tweaking, cutting the nut, adjusting all the intonation, making sure the saddles were perfect height and everything like that. The action is really low. It plays good, sounds good. And I actually tuned this guitar to E standard. A lot of Stryper's music is actually in E flat, but it's just I'm just overall pleased with the overall how the fit and finish and how it looked. I used the 2K Spray Max, the Glimmer gloss paint on top of the white paint, and as you can see the results. Little speck of dirt right there on the headstock, but you can see the results there. It's just, man, that 2K really brings it all together, and when that stuff hardens, it's super hard and durable. And this has been my everyday player since I've made this guitar. It just sounds and looks just killer. Yeah, those inlays, man, I tell you what. I definitely want to do another guitar with the same sort of pattern on there. And I purposely picked that pickguard flat like that, just to contrast the gloss of the paint on the body. But yeah, overall, just Michael Sweet from Stryper, you are such a big inspiration. And if you happen to stumble upon this guitar, I seen you at Lucille's here in Destin not too long ago. And coming up here is the photo shoot. I do a photo shoot of all the guitars that I make. And these next photos are the photos that I took for the photo shoot. But like I was saying, Michael Sweet, if you happen to stumble on this guitar video and you watch this, you have been a bit inspiration for me. During the show, you had said how many people it's the first time seeing Stryper in concert, and I raised my hand. I tried to see you back in 1988, 89, 90, but it was always sold out. I mean, you guys were so popular back then, and it's funny, it's like 30-something years later, and I see you at Lucille's in Destin, Florida. So if you remember that show, I was right up front. I was in the sweet spot. I was right between Oz and you, Michael. Right there, I was in the sweet spot. I was right up front. I mean, if I would have reached out, I'd have touched both of you guys, and it was such a great show. I mean, you guys put on always amazing show. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling on here. The rest of this is just up close pictures of the guitar itself. So enjoy. Please follow me on my future builds. The next couple builds I've got some Pac-Man guitars I'm going to be doing. I'm going to finish up the Golden Sunset guitar here, the Stratocaster, pretty soon. And just thank you all for watching and following all my videos. You mean the most to me. you are the best. I can't appreciate all the comments. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. You like it? You don't like it? What would you do differently? I'm always open for input. But anyway, this is Brian Pan Ragland of Brian Pan Ragland Guitars signing out. Thank all y'all for coming and watching this video, and we'll see you on the next build.